It's in the way I talk. I'm so UG. From my head to my feet. So UG. What you get is what you see. I'm so UG. It's in the way I walk. I'm so UG. It's in the way I talk. So UG. From my head to my feet. So UG. What you get is what you see. So UG. I'm so UG.
Welcome to another episode of the TheSoUgPodcast. My name is the Mith. Right next to me, I have a homie.
Yeah.
The homie. Ru.
Yeah, what's good?
Crooked. Yeah. We're going there. We're going there. Check it, man. I'll say, first of all, thank you for coming through. The police almost messed this up, but you know, we're not NWAing them. No, but check it. I was thinking, when I was putting this together, I was like, damn, Ru. And the one memory that stuck with me, like the first memory that came, we have too many. The first memory that came was you and I walking from your mom's to Lyricals.
Yeah.
Like, before we went, we were at your house and we sat down and listened to the blueprints like twice.
Yeah.
Then, like, the second time we're listening to it, we didn't know about the bonus songs.
Yeah.
And the bonus songs come on and we're like,
yo, because there was a space, and they never put it anywhere. It was like, if you're a true fan,
you will wait.
You bump into him. Yo, that was crazy.
And then he raps.
Yes.
And we're walking, and I just remember the whole time we're walking, you kept saying, I'm far from being God, but I work goddamn hard.
Man,
you were so bothered by that line. You were like, this guy, is he the greatest now?
Yeah,
How many years ago was that? Blueprint, that's like 2K?
That was 2K.
And then we were like, yo, what the fuck? But tell that time I was the Myth.
Yeah.
I still am. You were crooked.
I was crooked back then. And
Tell
we
me,
walked a lot.
we walked a lot. I don't know what the hell, man.
Like,
Also,
that was
I
the
guess,
only thing to do. Really.
but then also everyone stayed in the same area.
Yeah, and Tinder. I just become a Tinder boy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Nakasero
saying?
guy.
Yeah.
How did you get into the rapping? How does the name Crooked come about? I think, and then even how the hell did we meet first?
Oh, JT started some beef.
Oh,
You know, LG squashed that beef.
damn you,
You know, at the
JT.
time we
Damn
thought we
you,
were rowdy,
Yego.
but it would have been a mess.
Yeah,
It would have been a mess, man.
It was
We
unnecessary.
really didn't know how Green Hill guys get down. at the
Hillside.
time.
Hillside.
We really
Yeah.
didn't know how Hillside guys got down at the time. You're gonna have to take that part out anyway.
we're going to leave all the bloopers
All the
in.
bloopers.
The trailer
Yeah, I know.
is a collection of bloopers.
All I know is, yeah, no, like, you know, those dudes were known for fighting. Like, we didn't really get down like that. But you know, when you rap, you feel like you're a gangster. You know, Wu-Tang. You know.
Yeah.
But so and you know, young upstarters, we felt like, you know, back then you feel like you can out rap anybody. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
like
Also, it was
based
the
on
clear
that.
cut situation.
Yeah. Because we had come to deviate, and
Yeah.
now we're getting a lot of shine. So we felt we deserved something. So we were talking mad mess. You know what I'm saying? And then JT said something to put the word out, or I don't know. By the time it even got to me, LG was like, you little niggas. I had to go and talk to everybody because now we can't be having this. Shout out to LG. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lyrical G. You know, for really, really, really being a hip hop father to a bunch of wild young cats, man. Wild. So at that point, really, like, I don't know, like, the guy, we kind of like us, like, people really like disconnected. Are like, in that crew, the Myth here would be like Crooked.
Yeah.
So
I remember funny thing is JT, Lang, and Exquisite became like cool for their extracurricular activities.
Exactly. Everybody had like, because I think we were the literal guys.
Yeah.
We really were extra with the punchline.
A little bit too much.
Yeah, a lot.
Like, you gotta relax.
Really, like, extra deep, you know. Because for me, I was like, you know, you gotta understand, like, in 1990, 2000 something back in the day, you're hearing clear cut is the value on added tax. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like,
what is that?
Man, I like that dude. 21 Guns Clapping. That's my guy right there. I bet he came up with the Murder of Crows as a title. Could be wrong, but either way.
I want. You know what? Since this is my pod. Yes, I did.
Yeah,
matter of fact.
Yeah, I know. So we gravitated because we were extra deep with it. So, Yeah, plus we were both known as the killers on each side.
On each team,
yeah,
yeah.
each team. So I think just our kids, man. Like I think that's what.
It's weird that then later we find out we're both September babies.
Yeah. That really sealed the
It's
deal,
like, oh, okay, great. But yeah, so you were saying, how does Crooked come about? Like in
Crooked comes
Nakasero,
about,
who's inspiring you and all this?
No, first I just rapped, from
Yeah.
Nakasero going into King's College Budo.
So you just used to write on your own, and
Initially I used to write other people's stuff. So I was over
Yeah.
there like, that was another thing. We liked all the same tracks.
yeah.
We knew all of them back to back. We still do, by the way. It's horrible. We never
It's
grew up.
ridiculous.
But yeah,
that's
so
true.
I used to write other people's stuff like Slicker Than Your Average, Papa Just Cabbage Off
Yeah.
Instinct. It was Twist Cabbage Off Instinct, but I was young, so I didn't know what I was saying. So in O levels when I start writing my own stuff.
Yeah.
and,
What inspires you to start writing? Is it what made you start
I think
writing?
it was meeting EYs and Wordstorm, right? Because
The guys' names just let you know,
You know what I'm
what,
saying?
what
Like,
level they're playing
shout
on.
out to EYs, like
Like-
meeting them because it was a threatening situation. I was so intimidated because they were
Yeah.
writing their own stuff, and I remember Wordstorm used to get into trouble a lot because everyone was like, "There's no way you wrote that. You just jacked some Wu-Tang." I would have probably said the same thing. Problem was like my boy, like a guy who I looked up to in like S4 and I was in like S2. He had every Wu-Tang album.
Yeah.
Like, he had all of them.
Yeah.
I never heard any of those lines on there. It
Yeah,
sounded
yeah.
Similar. So I was like, yo, so you can write your own stuff.
Yeah.
know,
Oh
'cause
wait,
I
it's a
didn't try-
possibility.
I didn't try it since I was a kid, and the stuff I wrote when I was a kid was
It was young.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
be something,
Yeah.
Really, or back then especially, there was nothing. There was nothing. There was nothing. It was
You-
A, B, C, D.
Yeah,
E, F, G,
because
was like-
also I think it's like you haven't lived,
Yeah.
you haven't experienced life, so it's like, what are you actually writing about?
exactly.
Like me and my boys are
Yeah,
playing in the
saying,
trees,
like, yeah.
you know,
Exactly.
chasing the girls. Like,
Exactly.
come
So
on, man.
once you have the lyrics, then you have to get the name. So
Yeah.
I had a lot of bad ones. Somebody outed some of my names. A couple years ago. It was
What were the
horrible.
names?
Oh my god! Only bad one I can remember was like Young Whippersnapper.
No way.
That it was horrible, man. Horrible. But the universe conspired to give me a great name because I went and did a basketball game and my boy called Kaija first hit me right in this. We both went up and he was extra tall. At least he was. Like he still is. But we went
Yeah.
up and he came back down with the ball and my eye caught it. So one of my boys was like, "Yo, you called one eye too crooked."
Oh,
And
stop.
then I was rapping, so I shortened it to too crooked. Then everybody just started calling me
Crooked. And then you
Yeah.
changed it to Crew
to
Kid.
Kid or Crook.
Crook. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So then you guys leave Nakasero.
Yeah.
Where were you performing at in Nakasero? Was this all school stuff then?
I did a couple of school things. I did
Yeah.
more things. Budo, they weren't really having much of that.
Yeah.
So I did Vienna.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if it was in Vienna or it was in.
You were in Vienna?
I went to Vienna for like.
Oh, okay.
Like when you're transitioning, like I was on a waiting list to get back into Budo, so I did Vienna for like. I really missed Vienna.
The freedom. The
It was-
freedom.
the freedom, there was a lot going on that was nice over in Vienna, but it probably would have not have been good for me in the long run.
Yeah.
But I was enjoying myself
Yeah.
a lot. But I remember like towards the end of S4,
Yeah.
I got one opportunity to rap, right?
Yeah.
And you do these talent shows, and everyone knew me. I was a killer at it. And I wanted to do Whoa. Rest in peace, Black Rob, man. Man just passed. Like, I was crazy. I felt like
yeah.
guys didn't even want to really touch Black Rob like that. Not because it wasn't respectful, but it was just like, come on.
You know what's crazy about it? I was telling, I had a conversation with, I think it was Babaluko or Lyrical, and I said, the guys who created the soundtrack for us, seeing them go, it's like,
Nah, it's weird.
it's
That's
like,
not- it's
yo,
not nice.
it's crazy
It's
because
not nice.
DMX and Black Rob
Yeah.
is so,
Like, I
wait,
was like, too much.
yeah.
I really
It's
didn't
hectic.
touch the Black Rob thing just because I was like, nah.
Yeah, I was really bothered by it.
I'm just gonna.
I
let
was
this one-
really bothered
as
by
in-
it.
Especially because we just done this whole big thing with Nav and everybody.
Yes, for DMX. Where was that?
Yeah.
I was chilling, my guy.
You weren't having it,
I
huh?
wasn't having it. No. I think it's like the thing about death, like doing those type of things, is like then it's final.
Yeah.
You know, so I
just
never knew
done
the
that,
guy.
right? So
Yeah.
everybody's enjoying. I did it to pay homage, right?
Yeah.
But it still felt like a real loss to me. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's X.
Yeah.
And when they said Black Rob, first off, I was like, if anybody's calling me for any,
Yeah.
I'm not touching that.
Yeah.
You know. And
It's
then
too
secondly,
much.
I was just like,
Yeah. But
Like-
you're saying the talent show, yeah.
yeah. So I got to do Whoa, right?
Mm.
So I come out, and and the speakers are bumping, whatnot, like Whoa. Like started I made this fly chicken dad. She was whoa. Then all my confidence disappeared. Like whoa. I started looking at the crowd, and I just backed up while the song was still playing. It was the worst thing ever, dude. I mean, it's so sad. It was so sad. That was the one opportunity I had, to be the king in King's College, and I just messed it up. Nah, but yeah. So
Wow.
but yeah, in Vienna, then like, did Red and Meth Blackout.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of those, but now when we come, Deviate, Jokers, it's like one or two, but I can't really remember anything outside of Deviate and Jokers.
Yeah.
I can't. Like, maybe
There was
five
Deviate,
once
there was
in a
Deviate,
while.
there was Deviate, Jokers, and Chaos.
Yes.
And Chaos.
Chaos.
Chaos was actually when I believe JT called out us guys.
Yeah. That's
Yeah. It's on TV at 2 p.m. We're like, fam,
Yeah.
can I eat my chicken in
Yo.
peace?
And I think that day I don't even think I was necessarily. Was I there?
No.
I wasn't.
No.
So some two major things I wasn't there for. I wasn't there for when they won the SANU FM competition.
Oh,
And I
okay.
wasn't there for Chaos.
Had you wait? Okay, so we have to help people understand this. So you guys were Urban Life, or you hadn't got a
Urban
name?
Thugs.
Urban Thugs.
Yeah.
Had you? Was that the click? Was
Yeah,
it
that was the click. Like LG had assembled us in true Voltron fashion. And the
LG?
crew was like we.
LG rapped your first verse,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
What was it? My syphilis, now sick as this.
Yeah,
He rapped it, and we were like,
Because I can't even remember that verse. Like I'm gonna wait for the podcast to watch that thing. Like LG is such a head, man.
yeah,
Like,
it's such an important
I've been
piece.
thinking about that a lot. I've been thinking about LG a lot.
Yeah,
Like, I can't get into detail, but I've been thinking about LG a lot. Like,
yeah.
he's a LG, man. Like, I've been thinking about it.
We're gonna talk about it
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah.
But check it, yeah. So you guys are urban thugs.
Yeah.
Sanyu says the thugs name ain't it.
Thugs
So you
got
guys
it,
changed it to Urban Life. But then
Yeah.
you're not there for that Sanyu situation. You had left by then.
I was around,
Okay.
but I think I was in school or something. They went to the thing,
Mm-hmm.
to the competition. They won it. That's how we got the song.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
yeah.
And then the cipher came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So both of those, as soon as both of those start kicking off like this, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna be a star. I'm gonna get all the hottest girls.
Yeah.
Have all this money. My mom's like, no, you're not.
What was that about?
I mean, I think it happened to all of us at once. At least most of us. Like some
Fam.
people came back and got to enjoy it. Some people stayed.
No,
but
no,
everyone
no.
it felt like
At
everyone
once,
at once.
all our parents
everyone
said
was
bye
like, I
bye.
don't know if they had a meeting or something.
I
but
think
remember
funny
everyone
thing is
got kicked out
I
at the same time.
think my mom and Navio's mom, my mom called Navio's mom and said, hey, we gotta talk. So they sat down and she's like, why are these boys coming back with all this money
Right.
when they're this young? Because we were like 14, 15.
Dude, I
It's
had
like,
plans.
yeah,
They
so
would've killed me, but
they
I
were
had plans.
they were like, why are these boys coming back with this money? And I think Auntie Maggie was telling my mom, she's like, this is such a funny story. Because I think Auntie Maggie told my mom, but we raised good boys. Then I don't know what happened, and they were like, yeah, they gotta go.
Yeah. No, I think they figured it out, man. Because we were what?
Yeah, we were too young and there was too much money.
Yo, the amounts of money.
Yeah, there was just too much money.
Yeah.
It's like they were like,
Ridiculous, dude. That was ridiculous.
so yes, you head out of the country.
I head out, so I go to Champaign, Illinois.
Yeah.
I'm doing graphic design. At the time, it kind of felt like a godsend because if I stayed, I would have had to do law.
Oh, is it?
Maybe I would have done okay as a lawyer. I think
Yeah.
someone told me I would have been a good lawyer. But the part of the reading, like,
The-
I
yeah.
like to read stuff I like.
Yes.
I didn't
yeah.
want to read stuff I didn't want to,
Yeah.
But the art thing, that was my thing. So going to do graphic design,
You were like,
was like, cool, that's cool. So I went. Now you land in the States.
mhm.
You realize, like, there's so many opportunities.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I left for India. Yeah.
for India.
But we didn't talk. You and I didn't talk for the first 2 years.
Yeah, no.
The last my third year was when we talked, and you were like, I think
Yeah.
you were like, bruh, this guy's going to kill himself.
Yeah, no, I found you right at the edge. Like
I was on the edge.
It's okay to like, I'm
Yeah.
not sure about
Yeah.
this.
I was going to
Oh,
kill
like,
someone, or
yeah.
I was going to be killed. Like
Yeah,
I was just like, I've had
And
it.
I could kind of relate because my older cousins had been to India and they'd all experienced.
Yeah.
They'd all experienced that. Probably not on the level you had, because I mean, it's one thing for them to just genuinely, like, generally hate you. It's another for them to hate you because of the attraction that you're getting.
You're getting,
That was crazy. So I remember that was a crazy time because I was in the state. I was on one side of the states.
Yeah.
EYs was, I think, in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Coming to Japan. Wordstorm was in Europe. You were in India. So there was a lot of I was awake a lot at odd times.
Odd times,
like a lot, like talking to everybody, like, because everyone was not in UG.
Yeah, that is true. Navia was in SA. Jay.
I remember this one time.
Jay was in
Navio
States.
Flew in to do a show.
Yeah.
And I missed him like this.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, I think it was DC. Like I was in DC.
That's the Una.
Yeah.
The Una. Okay.
Yeah,
that's.
I missed him barely. Then I did a couple of Unas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Una's dope. But then before we go, so you're in States because mom is like, you gotta get out of here. So how do you then start rapping there? Like what's so you're studying? I'm like, for me, when I left, it was a whole year not rapping. I was just writing, but occasionally. But then it was just a whole year no raps. Then some Then some guy. The funny thing was, like, some guy hits me up, like, that first year. Some guy hits me up and he's like, "Hey man, he's called Shafi, from South Sudan. No, damn, I've forgotten where. Morocco, if I'm not mistaken." And he's like, "Hey, I hear you rap." And I'm like, "Yeah." So he's like, "Yeah, me and my guys, we have this clique. Da 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 da. We rap. I DJ. We have b-boys. We need rappers, and everyone is just pointing me to you." Nice. So we talk money, and then that's how I start rapping again. But then when him and I had that conversation, I was coming back for my first time. Right. But then so it's like, all right, cool, whatever. Get back there, and I get back into it. So I wrote when I knew that this opportunity was there. I wrote, came back here, recorded a few songs, went back, and I was like sharper. Obviously, the 3 months here, I'm with Dawu, Clear Cuts, Lyrical. So you just...
I remember coming back.
You remember your pen...
coming back, man.
Yeah. But then, so you how do you get into rap? Because States is a big...
It
is a big part of your story, especially when we consider that now you're called Ruyonga. So States has a big chunk of you. Yeah. So...
might be lucky to ever...
Listen, I know the questions. I'm gonna ask him the questions. So let's get to it. So, how do you start?
So I get there. I'm doing graphic design, right?
Yeah.
But I was looking for everything. I was hungry. I was hungry to rap, man.
Yeah.
Just because, when I left, I was top tier lyric.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was the hottest guy.
Yeah.
And I remember one guy said something that really messed with me. It was like, he's here.
Yeah.
So he's here. So
Gannon's can remove that battery from your back, huh?
Yo, you guys really need to love one another, man. It's never safe. But anyway, it is definitely
remove the battery.
Yo, I wish people to understand the kind of conversations people have had with me and some of their favorite MCs, like the same sentence.
Yeah.
Them in the States, they're like, "Yo, here, that nigga will never." Anyway, that's beside the point. But so I was hungry. I was doing open mics.
Yeah.
I was doing like little like get-togethers in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
And then I bumped into a couple of, and then I was doing battles.
Yeah.
Like, I sneak out the house.
Sharpening. Yeah,
I sneak out the house, go get mad at once or twice, then I started to catch the flow, because back then, actually how my freestyling kicked off was back then I was a writer, right?
Yes.
So and even in my head, I could write them in my head, but just saying them off the cuff, if I get one or two freestyles off, I'm 2 lines off, then I'm feeling myself, then everything dies.
It's the worst.
So yeah,
I salute you guys with your freestyling, because me, I'm like, I need that pen.
Yeah, I know. I know, man. I probably wouldn't too. It's just that there were a lot of cats who wanted to, like I say, in Illinois, and the south of Illinois, south of Chicago, sorry.
Yeah.
So they had a point to prove.
Cats
were really trying to
We're going in,
guys were going in. Cats from Chicago was like at that school at University of Illinois. So guys were constantly trying to do their thing, And I was going back and forth between University of Illinois and Parkland College. And the
Yeah.
community college had like a radio, like it was free access
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
yeah.
So I started rapping, and then there was a guy the guy who helped me put out Raisin in the Sun. He had a club.
Mm.
And it was an interesting club. Like it was transitioning from having all these white customers to
Oh,
all these black customers, because he had fallen out with one of his guys, and this guy is a promoter who knew every club, every white band in the city.
okay.
So the guy went and put out information that the bar had closed. So the guy didn't get any business for like weeks. And by the time everyone knew it was open again, people weren't interested.
Yeah.
So he had to survive. He had to find a way to survive.
Yeah.
So he started reaching out to the black
Community.
black community.
Yeah.
Like local community, the black community on campus,
Yeah.
the fraternities and whatnot.
Yeah.
That was, I can't really get into that.
Yeah,
But
you know the vibes.
But yeah,
We know the vibes.
Like, yeah, you know the vibes. Like that was incredible.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, so then I'm starting to perform, but every once in a while, some of the white crowd people come in, and then I started to get this reputation both with the white community
And black, the freestyler, the African.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
dude, like I got a lot of rep for that. So he helped me put out my first joint.
How does that joint come about? I was actually telling you I have it in my whip right now. Raising in the Sun. How does that come about?
I was in that place where my cousins are in the States, and we used to have a lot of conversations about the African experience in America, and how even black people would call them niggas and
Yeah.
and all sorts of crap.
That's why I don't I call them Black Americans.
I know. Most. That's why I call it African American Africans, because Africans in America and African Americans had this. It was this thing, and for me, I like to tell stories. So, and
I remember the
was
intro.
a
Hey,
chameleon.
Falani. Hey,
Yeah. My boy was Nigerian, so
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this would be really cool, and we could,
The Ugandan
my
and
girlfriend
the.
at the time really didn't like that intro.
Oh.
I mean, white girl, and it was like, oh, you can come, you can bring white girls all over the place, and like but I mean, it was there was some guys who either really loved that project or really didn't, and mostly the girls really didn't, because there were some songs on there that cut to the heart.
You funny thing is, like, Googling you, it's not even in your thing. Like, you start from African.
It starts from African, because even before Raising in the Sun, there was a project called Diagramma. But like,
you were saying that,
the reach was so local. I mean, Diagramma was great. It got me in front of the clips. I got to do stuff in front of the clips. I opened for Mystical before he went to jail.
Yeah.
Back when he was a thing. Send those pictures back here. And guys were like, that's not real. That guy's lying. Ugandans are the best. They really plug their people now. Anyway. But anyway, man, I mean, I was there for quite a few years, and I didn't know it, but the hunger made me a hustler. Like, we used to put up posters in the snow. Like,
in Chicago snow.
Illinois snow. Okay, Chicago snow is different. Because I remember we went to Chicago and we were driving with my cousin, and the snow goes in the direction of the car. It doesn't fall like the wind. It goes with you. It flies. Like, it's fantastic. But even the Illinois snow is crazy. When I first landed in the States, it was in winter, and I was enjoying the snow, so I went and hung out in the snow.
True African.
African. Even in my jacket, I got sick as
True African, bro. The first time I experienced snow, I couldn't get out of the airport. I was like, nah, I need gloves. I need the works, because why are my hands freezing while I'm pushing my trolley?
First off, the cars were really, especially back then, the air conditioning wasn't like that heavy here.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
So you sit in the car, and it's like, it's the summer. And sometimes winter doesn't always mean there's snow on the ground.
Yeah.
So it could be dead cold, and so you're inside, and it's, oh my god. then you get outside,
and you understand Wagwan.
And you're like, oh, I'm not in Uganda anymore at all.
Then you know Wagwan.
Yeah, no. So, but yeah, I mean, just the environment really helped me like hone my rap skills. And then the thing about, especially back then, the States had this really cool touring circuit.
Yes.
So I bumped into a lot of people. I bumped into Wiz, Khalifa. I got to do a festival where I had Red and Mith. I mean, I did a show with the Wu-Tang Clan. Like, it went from Yeah, I'm doing this graphic design. We're doing this community thing, and I'm doing stuff like I'm on the radio at the university. That like every time somebody came through who was big, I could ask some questions.
Yeah.
So I got to do stuff with the Roots and like.
How does with all this happening? What are you telling mom? Hey, class is great, mother.
Literally.
I've passed everything.
Literally, it was like that. I mean, they have an interesting system. You do what you really want to do.
Yeah.
It was very confusing for me because I'd come from do everything.
Yeah.
Do it well.
Yeah.
It was like, I mean, what? You want to do literature? Just do that. You want to do art? Just do that. Like, I mean, like.
But now you're doing music.
Yeah.
Off campus.
So at the time, they didn't have all that.
Yeah, off campus too.
Yeah, like, I was doing art. So what happened was, like, I was staying with my aunt and my uncle. Rest in peace.
That's how you were saying you were sneaking out.
Yeah,
okay.
So I was staying with my aunt, and man. So, but eventually I just moved into my boy's crib, but then what about the club? Because I mean, it got to the point where I was like, look, I can't do this.
I can't pretend
I can't pretend
anymore.
like this though. Yeah, and then towards the end of the whole scholastic thing, I just continued pursuing the music.
So how does you were added on to Ruckus Records?
Yeah.
Ruckus Records had this, I guess.
50.
Ruckus 50. How does Ruyonga get onto Ruckus 50? What is Ruckus 50?
Ruckus Records was like relaunching.
Yeah.
They're just trying to find the 50 hottest MCs on MySpace.
Okay.
And
Oh my goodness. MySpace.
yeah. You get
I failed to understand MySpace.
Yeah,
I was
I
just
know.
like, no.
I know, it was very specific.
Yeah.
When I was in the States, I was around
Yeah.
people understood it.
Yeah.
And my boy had done something incredible. He used to make money for readjusting people's MySpace pages. So he could adjust your on the front. It would look like you could have like
You're popping.
yeah. That's the only way I would put it. So it looked like I was like they looked at my page like, yo,
This guy, who is this African?
This guy is huge. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga has
I could've really
200
got- I could-
followers.
Yeah, I could have gotten a proper deal off that thing, like a proper.
That
proper
is
you know, the thing is, I was being
insane.
too much of a hip hop head. So I'm like, oh my god, Ruckus. But if I was,
Yeah.
I could have gotten a proper deal.
So
off
what
of
did you
that.
get? What did you get with
No,
Ruckus?
we got to do an album promotion. Some help
Who
with
who else is on this album? 50 MCs. Who else is on this album?
touring.
Do you remember any? And are they?
That was, you see, there's me being on their project with the 50 MCs.
Yeah.
That was one thing. I can't remember. There was actually a lot of. I can't remember any of them.
No one. So no one.
I mean, guys, I lost contact with a lot of those cats, and most of them stayed indie.
Oh, okay,
Except
yeah.
for maybe the Breaks. I think there was a
Which
group
one is
called
the Breaks?
And these guys were all over the country. People from all over the country. Like,
Yeah.
this whole plan. So I didn't know most of those people. And really, to be honest, it wasn't like it was. I used Ruckus for the clout.
Yeah.
I realized pretty fast it wasn't really some sentimental romantic thing.
Yeah.
They were trying to get back on, so I was gonna have to use them for the clout. So that's what it became. 'Cause
Yeah.
you went in there really romantic, like, oh my god,
Yeah.
I've been waiting for my whole life.
Yeah.
Only for the guys to be trying to pimp you out. So you're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I gotta adjust myself and be like get what I can out of this situation. So everyone was really on their own hustle. We did our own tour. Shout out to Garen, like he's making some massive moves right now.
Yeah.
Like, he's really on Facebook and NPR. Like he's just started doing music again after a long time, and he's really picking up. But like, I mean, without Garen, like there was none of those albums were not there. So
But then, so African. How does African come about?
African was because each one had a project that they got to do that would get a bit of.
Okay, so it wasn't just a song. It was a song and an album.
I did the song African.
Yes.
I did the whole album because everyone got to do an album.
With-
and I named the album
African with Ruckus.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was really mostly under Cash Hill because most of the stuff was done by Cash Hill. So
Yeah.
Ruckus had like a brief period attachment to it.
Mhm.
Then, I mean, there's still that kind of, but not really, especially because Ruckus isn't really.
Isn't
we
there?
kept-
Yeah.
So we kept doing our thing. Now, the thing about African is in my touring, I go to Minneapolis in the tour. I went to Pittsburgh. I went to a lot of places. And when I went to Minneapolis,
But not New York.
I met a guy. I went to New York.
Oh, okay.
I met I met a bunch of those hardcore cats. I just got Swave Sever.
Mm-hmm.
Cats people don't even know now.
Yeah. hectic then.
And even right now they're like
They're
hip-hop
still like,
vibes there, but
yeah.
you know, and rapping on stages with those guys, like what it did for me was it made me realize, you know what, I'm this good.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm this good, going around the country doing that. But I went to Minneapolis and I met a guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I did a show with a guy who's now on Rhymesayers, a different guy. These other guys, this group, and these two guys. One of them would go on to be a solo act on Rhymesayers,
Mm-hmm.
but they had a manager that night, and we hung out the whole night. Like we rapped, then we just went party up till morning and had breakfast. Minneapolis is the best art city
Mm-hmm.
in the country. For so many reasons. They support their own. Like guys built a whole label, a hip hop label, like the only functioning big hip hop label in that country out there. Till the labels, they have deals with the labels. And I could get into that all day. But what happened was, I did this thing. We hung out with this guy till morning. We kicked it. Then we drove back. Then I drove back to Champaign, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Long drive back because we drove around the country and a lot of stuff had happened that I don't want to get into.
We ain't gonna get into that.
That was beside the point. So now when I get back to the crib, this guy, he's like, I'm managing this new artist. I'm friends with two people. My boy in New York is called Blitz the Ambassador.
Blitz, yes.
Bad guy.
To this day. To this day.
Dude's doing it.
Yeah, to this day.
To this day. Now he's in Grammy nominated.
Yeah.
This day. You know? And he has a friend who I'm now managing who's in Minneapolis called Kwame, and he goes by M.
Manifest. You were managing Manifest?
No.
This the story he's telling you. Okay.
Yeah. This guy managing so Manifest.
Yeah, the reason I put this on is because we have to tag Manifest and tell him, yo, you know, I'm still rocking these, trying to keep up.
Yo, Manifest is bad.
It's too hectic.
So, Manifest changed my life, man. I mean, I could get into that part.
We're getting into it.
Day. So
how
Manifest? He plays me Manifest joints. This was like Manifest first, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Manifest represent what? Represent who?
His
Africa
tone,
with the spectacular street vernacular, like just. I mean, his whole thing.
Yeah, his tone, his
whole thing.
Presentation,
just
his
complete. You know?
Yeah.
Just complete.
Yeah.
And this was his first joint. Like first, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Then they played Manifest my stuff, you know, and it was like, yo.
What is this?
Yo, brethren, you gotta come up here, Charlie.
Charlie.
Charlie, you got that. The vibes is nice. So just come back up here. Let's link. The first day I met Manifest, we recorded 3 tracks.
Okay.
We recorded like everything. Like they were all done. Like it was that first song we did. That's when I said this is the African rebel movement, the revolution, and not be televised, but you still get it live and direct on every channel. Like that stuff was just crazy.
Yeah.
Like man, that was about uprising. I mean, me and Manifest, that stuff was magical. So anyway, that was the beginning of a beautiful thing.
Of ARM.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the African rebel movement.
Yeah, you guys.
ARM. Africans representing the motherland.
You see, you guys need to respect the people. It's niggas with attitude. They didn't say nano beings with attitude. You know, like you guys are like, hey, can we really be like African rebel movements?
We were going crazy.
That's great. Yeah. So how does Budo? That thing cracked me up because like each time you'd say Budo, and I'd hear the things, I'll be like, oh no, that's because he was in Budo.
Yeah. First off, just that alone. So now that guy who helped shut down the other guy's bar.
Yeah.
We're still friends. You had to know him. Like, you were not gonna do shows in
if you didn't know, that's true. You need to go where the money is.
Yeah. So we were cool, and then he tells me there's a guy interning here, right?
Yeah.
He's interning here from oh my God, it's not Salt Lake City, it's not Seattle.
Yeah.
Right? And now Seattle guys get down. Like that one I already knew. They said his
Yeah.
name's Budo. I was like, really?
I was in Budo.
Like, really?
I
Like,
studied
that's
there.
interesting.
Yeah.
So it's like, name's Josh Karp. He'd like to meet you. I was like, cool. So he was staying with his girl at the time because I think he came down because his girl at the time was at U of I.
Mhm. By the way, I almost won a game of cards. But that's why they're here. We're keeping it going. We're keeping it going. We're going to get active after.
Almost. About to go down. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, man,
Yeah.
calls me over. I come over to his girl's place, right? And he flips open his laptop and ended my life. Like,
Yeah.
and he had hundreds.
Two beats, and you're like,
He had hundreds of, and then he tells me about a guy he worked with called Macklemore.
yeah.
And he played us each other's stuff. Now,
Macklemore at this time is hardcore.
Yeah, hardcore. He's really getting a buzz in his city. Like the Macklemore guys know.
Yeah, that's why I said hardcore, because he
completely
rebranded.
different. Yeah.
I think.
Yo, the thing about Macklemore is it was a bittersweet. Love hate, like, because first off, I dissed him because he was white, right? First off, right? So he's standing behind me when I'm doing this, and now at that point,
Wait,
I'm
you,
his
wait.
favorite.
You
He did a
did
show.
Okay.
He came. He was supposed to. He did a show, and at that show, there was this big group in the States called. There's this big group.
You can't take
yeah.
Africans anywhere. I mean, this Ugandans. You can't take us.
But we became
Cool, but
Yeah, we
okay.
became
So
cool, because, I mean,
he does a
at the
show
time, does
and
the
he
show,
invites
and at the
you.
time- no, he didn't invite me.
Okay.
Budo invited me. Now,
Okay.
At the time, I didn't know that I was his favorite rapper.
Okay. Okay.
I was standing in front of him, and I was like, "Yo, I don't know how this Macklemore dude is gonna do. Like, I don't think he's that nice." Now he's behind me, right? And he laughs, and the man proceeds to tear down a show. Oh my god! Oh my god! That was just unreasonable.
Yeah.
I think partly it was also like, oh,
Okay. I have to
and I
prove
remember
myself
at the end
again.
of that, there's this light skin. He's like half white. He's a rapper in a rock group, and they did a song called "Friend Request." They were huge at some
No
point.
idea.
Interesting thing about that dude is now he came in with two rappers.
Yeah.
One was called Gator.
Yeah.
The other was called Tiger.
Wow. Okay.
Tiger.
Yes.
Like he brought them. Now for me, I was dying. I was like, this dude's called Gator. This dude's called Tiger. Like, sometimes you cannot be in your right season. You cannot be understanding what's going on. This is Macklemore.
Yeah.
This is
Tiger, that's Gator.
And Gator, and this other guy.
Budo.
I'm just this and Budo. Budo was my cousin. We were going to
But
go on to
so
take down-
you're dissing people.
I didn't diss
'Cause-
him.
Well,
Now Tiger was feeling himself extra, so I was just looking at him like, yeah.
I can
probably
slap your
whack.
chain off you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, Tiger was feeling himself extra. I mean, he had a confidence then, which explains why he is who he is now. Like,
Yeah.
Even before anybody knew him. Like,
He's making money off OnlyFans, apparently.
yeah.
I don't get it.
You know, Tiger's dangerous.
Yeah.
Tiger's a bad man. You know?
Yeah.
His confidence. And
Yeah.
of course, at the time, I was like, this dude's weak as. Now he's made some jams that I still bop to now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he created a whole style that Drake had to jack,
Yeah.
which he does a lot. But, you know, if we ever get to do something, Drake, we cool though. Nah, I'm playing. But anyway.
Yeah.
So
At the
that
show.
season-
Yeah.
No. I'm hanging out with. I wish I could remember. They had an album called "As Cruel as School Children." I wish I could remember dudes. I'm not.
Gym
remembering
class. No.
Gym Class Heroes.
Is
The
it
rapper
them?
from Gym Class Heroes shows up with Tiger Gator. So I'm there with the rapper from Gym Class
Is it?
Heroes. Yeah.
Oh, so do they have a rapper?
Yeah, he guy raps. Gym Class Heroes. The guy raps. He like.
I don't
sing
even know why
raps.
that name came in my head.
School and School Children. I don't know, but that's the name of. But they were the biggest, and they got big off MySpace. They did
Yeah.
a song called "Friend Request."
Did they also do the thing where they like changed the whatever the page looked like it was popping like you did?
They were pop.
Okay, they didn't have to go through your.
I'm sure maybe they might have. You know, nowadays I've realized a lot of guys do that in the States. Like,
Facts. Facts.
Everyone.
Yeah, facts.
Everyone, you know, like,
Yeah.
oh my God, dude, could run you through the history of what guys apparently made and how many they apparently sold versus what they actually sold, you know. But when they're hyped, when cats want them, my God.
Yeah, that's it.
If you guys ever see that level of stardom here, they'll
that's it.
lose it. But anyway, so yeah, no, me and Budo, we got really tight, and I introduced Budo to Manifest.
Yeah.
And Manifest had the same reaction
when he heard the production.
Yeah, so he was just like, you know what, this white boy is part of Africa's rebel movement. I don't care. So that's where that old two Africans in a Jew EP came from. Like, there's an EP called Two Africans in a Jew, and you know, we were having fun. There was the guy who was huge called he was called is it Supernatural? No, there's another
Supernatural
guy.
is the freestyle.
Supernatural battled somebody that we know from back in the day. That guy, we gotta do a track with him.
I think Supernatural and Biggie.
At some point, long time ago,
Yeah.
Supernatural did another one with another guy from Chicago. We got to do a track with him.
Yeah.
We did a track with Slug. We did a track with Brother Ali.
Yeah.
That Brother Ali was like my favorite. I used to feel real good because a lot of guys who tell me I'm their favorite rapper, I'd be like, yo, you know. And we did a track with Toomey in whatever. You know what I'm
Toomey
saying?
Molekane, aka Stogie T.
Stogie T.
Yeah.
You know, I mean. No, man. Like, dude, guys were not ready for
yeah.
They were not ready for. Just when I came back, I was in transition, and you know.
Wait, so I remember.
Yeah.
So those 2 years when we didn't talk, when we did talk, the third year when we did talk, I was like I said, I was on edge. I was like, I'm going to kill. Someone like I was going, which was also wild because my girl at that time was white from Russia.
Yeah.
Raluka Buto.
So what was happening?
Listen, I was enjoying myself. I was living, right? And I think she was a dancer. I don't want to say what, but she was a dancer. You know, it was good fun.
What was going on?
So I remember. It was lit. Don't worry about that. But we talked, and because I think something popped up on YouTube, and we talked, and I was like, "Yo," and you were like, "Yeah, man, I'm going to Las Vegas." You guys were going on tour to Las Vegas. I think it was with Macklemore, if I'm not mistaken.
At some point, I was gonna hook up with Macklemore.
Oh, there.
But I was with Reeves and Budo.
Yes, and you guys were going to Las Vegas, and you were like, "Listen,
I'm not sure."
I don't know who's going to come out of Las Vegas because and
No, I was gonna go to Las Vegas for a period. I just broken up with my girl.
Yeah, but you weren't sure who, which you was coming out.
I was like, I think I'm gonna die.
Yeah,
I
and here's the funny thing, because at that time you were heavy on SoundClick.
Yeah.
I said I was bringing that up.
No, yeah.
On SoundClick as coin phrase. Yeah, there were two. As coin phrase, but as coin phrase you were battling, I don't know which guy, but you had mad battles there. Yeah, I'll beat you within an inch of your life, so all that will remain is your dick size.
Yeah.
I was like,
this
guy's out of his mind. But then also you still had the stuff with MMC and Yvonne, Take You Out.
Yeah.
You know, all this, bro. I mean, the internet. So we kept in touch that way.
Yeah.
And all that happens. And in my head, I'm like, yo. And you were like, listen, you also had Couch Potato, which has a visual.
Yeah. Oh my God, it doesn't.
It has a visual of crooked at his peak of crookedness.
Yeah, man.
That was so hectic. But you were like, yo, listen. And even how you were talking to me, because I guess you could also understand my frustration. Yeah. And you were like, yeah.
We were meant for each other at that time.
Yeah.
We understood exactly what the other person was. I was in a bad
and you said, I need to get right with God. Yeah. Right? And then the next thing I know, I'm seeing the video, and it's this testimonial, and you're like, hey, change my name from Crooked to my real name, Ruyonga.
Now, that's a funny story.
Yeah.
When I went to Vegas, right? Even when I was like, when I said I needed to get right, I didn't know what I was even saying. Like, it felt like everything was happening was above me because I had 2 packs of cigs on this bus on the way to Vegas. And I'm like, Lord, either you're gonna come and help me out here, or I'm gonna crash and burn.
Yeah.
Even in Illinois, in a small college town, I was doing the most.
Yeah. So now in Las Vegas. Yeah.
You know, and to be honest, like when I went down there, like the transition was so rapid, it blew me away.
Yeah.
It really did blow me away. So now I'm there. Then I first said, I'm gonna stop rapping. I'm gonna go become a missionary.
Is it?
Straight up and down. Oh yeah. And
hold on, put the rocks on.
So
You were going to become a missionary.
I was gonna become a missionary. I was like, God, whatever you need, like.
Yeah.
You know,
just help me, please.
Like first, I felt like he had really just was getting me through a tough spot. Oh, it had got me through, and so I was like, whatever you need, like, you know, I was going through that little self-righteous or whatever, like self-condemnation kick. Or probably rap is the devil, whatever. Right?
Yeah.
Then I just started. All these lines started going through my head.
Yeah.
Like I stopped rapping. I stopped.
Yeah.
And all these lines just started going through my head, and it was like, yo, this stuff is Christian, but it's harsh. And it just started flooding my head, yo. Like it was great. So I was like, okay, because at the time I'd actually done a project where Crooked was done. Right? I wasn't even trying to become Ruyonga.
Yeah.
The last track on that project was called When I Pass On. Like, it was a track about what would happen when I die. I mean, it's still, I mean, there is a Crooked, there's a project on...
Bandcamp?
Yeah.
Because you were putting everything there.
Yeah. So there's a transition from Crooked to Ryonka. So this is the last Crooked project.
Okay. Interesting.
So the last song on it was called When I Pass On. And I had even my auntie. I had everybody send me a message like, what would you send on my voicemail if I passed away?
What in the...
It was so crazy. It was so crazy. Like, you can look at it as the death of Crooked. That's probably why Crooked ain't coming back, because I literally, like, buried him. Like, I didn't even know what I was doing. But anyway.
Heard the men were dogs, I proceeded to be different. Failing to remember even women could be bitches.
Oh, my God. Never have real friends, man. They will remember everything. Anyway.
Yes. So we have to edit that.
So I do a song. I do a second song, and things are flowing.
Yeah.
Third song, everything just stops. And it wasn't that I didn't have the songs written and everything, but suddenly the process is just stalling, like for reasons we can't explain.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm just going through a couple of weeks, and then
you're in Vegas at this time?
Yeah, I'm in Vegas, and you know, there's this pastor, and you're like, you're called Crooked. Yeah, I mean, nowadays you feel like you're more like you're straight, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, I can't use that as a rap name. But anyway, I was just there chilling, and I was like, well, maybe I should just use my name. So one day I just decided Ruyonga.
Yeah. I mean, you're done
Yeah. I just decided to do Ruyonga. The minute I did that, the project just wrapped up. SOS. Like, it was crazy. In like a week, it went from
Songs of Struggle.
To, and I called it Songs of Struggle. And he's like, actually, you should call it Songs of Success. He was real big on me trying to get away from...
the struggling. Speak success.
Yeah.
Let it come to you.
Yeah, that stuff. So, that project, like, really, 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 really touched people. And I think at that moment, I was like, okay, so I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do this for God. Like, it seems set in stone. I was going to be a straight, like, hardcore gospel rapper, like, straight.
What's his name?
God pulls a number on me when I'm coming back home.
Yeah.
I try to push that stuff and nobody wanted to listen.
Here.
Yeah.
It was, I heard it, and I think I told you, I was like, yo, it's like, you said too much, which is like crazy, because I don't think like Africans or Ugandans just at that time wanted to hear someone just bare his soul, like, hey, this is where I am.
Even if I was being scriptural, like, it felt like I wasn't really supposed to be a pastor or whatever.
Yeah.
Anytime I tried to get deep in that lane, everything would just stop.
Yeah, you know what's crazy about that, the pastor thing? This is crazy. Last week, I'm on Facebook, and I'm going through my memories. Yeah. And I don't know how many years ago it was, what Quiverga at damn, what was that place? No, the one opposite Chris Ireland's place, Jazzville. We were at Jazzville, and you had invited very many people. I think that was like your first like proper performance. Yeah. Like the thing about it was like you were performing, you were good. Then you just knelt down and just sang and you were like having a moment, and like because I'm watching it. I'm like,
I've started rapping again. And everybody's cool. But I remember everybody at that moment they were like, "What is going on?"
The funniest thing is at that time we were managed by Cedric. What up, Cedric? KMG. Kinetic. So I'll never forget that conversation. Cedric was so shiesty, man. I say, yo, man, do you see Ruyonga kneeling down and like singing and praying? He's like, yeah, he better, if he's going to sing, he has to be able to sing. He can't just because it's
just because you can,
I looked at Cedric, I was like, fam.
I was in this place, man, when I was just like
Cedric was having it.
Like, I really felt like, like invisibly, like definitely God molded me a certain way because I didn't know I was trying to really put myself in a box, and he just refused.
Yeah.
When I came back with that hardcore stuff, man.
Yeah.
And this is scriptural stuff. Like it wasn't like I was cussing or anything. It just the air about it. They were like, "No, we are not gonna play."
Tonjex refused. Damn you, Tonjex.
Tonjex like
from now on.
Then the thing that God did was I met
JT got back with JT.
Time,
he was going into production and
just become born again.
Oh, JT was born again.
Yeah.
Damn, I cursed a lot. I remember that way.
No, he had when we did tutus.
Yes.
JT had just gotten born.
Well, that's crazy. I never knew that.
Yeah. Like he's never really strayed that far from it again. I mean, he's never like he was the JT I knew when I left.
He was a cool
Yeah. JT was different when I like
he was going through it.
Kid, but
JT
was when I came back, the JT I met, we had this one conversation. Tutu would have never happened without that conversation.
Yeah.
And a bunch of tracks from that album.
You guys created some stuff, God Moves.
Yeah.
God Moves was one of my favorites. We said that enough times.
Yeah, man. No, man.
The homie who shot
JT
the video was
JT could have taken over all of Africa without even trying. Yeah. Like that's the truth.
He had you.
Yeah.
He had the production. But he also had you, and you guys were moving. There was a certain urgency you guys had with it.
Man.
Yeah.
The speed. Yeah. Like I was hungry. I was like, you can take everything. Oh my God, let's do it.
You see this energy? You see this energy? Let me tell you a story, right? So, me and this guy are on a plane to SA. We're on a plane to SA. Listen, we leave Kampala, we go to Rwanda because it's transit, right? Yeah. He's cool, regular guy. We have some food, we jump back on the plane, flying in the air. He's cool. He sleeps.
Might have written a couple.
Yeah. Now, so when we're going, he was trying to get a collaboration with Proverb, right? And they had approved it. Like Proverb was interested in working with him. They were just,
Yeah, just gotten good off of that writer's.
Yeah. So we're on the plane now. We're flying. You know how they say now you're flying in Southern Africa. So we're there. It's like, all right, cool. He wakes up at this point. Cedric is there. Cedric is like also just like yawning. He's like chilling. I'm there. I don't sleep on planes. I just generally don't sleep. So I'm just like, this guy is like, it's like, bro, we just want to get off the plane, shower, crash, wake up and get into some action. He's like, yo, let's go. We're going to the studio now. We're still on the fucking plane.
I don't know if I've ever been. I don't know what South Africa has. I don't even think I've ever danced like that in my life. Like
he stands up.
Hours, like
he stands up on the plane until it lands. They're telling him to sit down. He's like, just like ready to go. Then, so we get down.
Guys never know how. Maybe they will, but I was.
He was like, we get down and they say, so he's telling me, he's like, yeah, so. We're going to studio now. I said, yeah, we haven't checked in. We haven't gone out of the airport. Are we legal here? He's like,
where's
the studio?
Still open?
Yeah, Jazzworks, of course. Yeah. But the thing was, like, we didn't do obviously we couldn't do this. Provo was a married guy at that time. So he's home with his family.
Yeah.
This guy
I'm
wanted
so
to go
used
to the
You
studio.
see, when I came back, I have to add in. When I came from the States.
Talent
you
Africa,
land
Samurai.
anytime you guys walking 8, 9, 10
Yeah.
p.m., 11.
Samurai was also
okay. The Myth, Navio, whoever, anyone
Midnight.
walking anytime, and we just start.
Midnight would be active.
There was no
yeah, there was no curfew.
You
but
know?
Midnight would be active until like 4 a.m.
You know, you land, go.
But I'm telling him, like, yo, man's married. He's probably at home with his kids. We need to sleep. Sleep. I was just like, you gotta relax, man.
Niggas were playing. I was like, yo, Africa take over right now. Let's go. Plus, it was Proverb. You guys, the bad.
It was Proverb, yeah. So that energy, that fire, birthed Glorify.
Yeah, it birthed
Victory Music. Yes. Of course.
Yeah, Victory Music, Glorify, Victory Music. Victory Music.
You
know,
so
guys
hectic.
don't understand. Like, I was so in the pocket at that time. Like, I was so ready to kill it. That guys don't know when I landed, I did Tutuse and Pesa.
Yeah.
And then I put out Pesa and I waited 8 months to put out Tutu. Like, I was
yeah.
just in that. I was so sure.
Yeah.
And I did God move somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
I was so sure
that you have a cannon. You have a cannon. Yeah.
To take everything.
The thing about Victory Music, mine is already locked and loaded, right? So we're just there chilling. We're shot Toast to Life video. Fire Video is doing its numbers. Big Is Me is doing its numbers, and we're just like, also me, I'm just like chilling. I'm recording wherever I'm recording, and I just remember with Victory Music, you just had every collaboration you wanted. It wasn't that we were stressing guys.
Nope.
You'd call, you'd hit up Mag 44.
Man,
he comes through.
It was a beautiful
You'd
time.
hit up LD.
Yeah.
He comes through.
Yeah.
You'd hit up More Roots. Should come through. Like literally everyone was just like, and I feel like the energy around you was like so hectic. Everyone knew. Everyone felt like we needed.
I even hit up.
I remember you hit up Pompey. That's the only guy who never came through.
Yeah, he came through. Like, he wasn't able to at the time.
Yeah.
Even back here, thingy. Before More Roots jumped on that track, when More Roots was made for that track.
Voice. I was listening to her last night.
You'll not believe who first came in the studio that day. It's just that JT took too long and she left.
Who?
She would eventually get signed to Swang.
Irene? Winnie? Yep. Irene and Tally.
Irene. Like,
yeah, because remember she was on the band.
Yeah.
She was in the band at that time.
Up was like coming. Michael, guys, yo, man, it was.
There was an energy, and I feel like because we hadn't heard an East African do gospel music like that. Yeah. We're all like, okay, so this is the guy we've chosen. We've all agreed.
Everyone
okay,
agreed,
good. So this is the guy, and also everyone. I mean, LD. Yeah. From Niger. Yeah, LD man. Came through, and LD was super boss.
Yeah, man.
But LD, everyone did what they were supposed to do.
Proverb returned some favors there.
Yeah. No, Proverb was right after Victory Music, because we went to SA with Victory Music, and
we went to SA with Victory Music, but we had to put the project.
And the week of September, yeah. So we had these projects.
We had a pre-whatever.
Yeah. So we had those projects.
When we put out Victory Music, the actual project, like we did the show.
Yes.
The Proverb and LD joints were at the end.
Yeah.
But
that was crazy. Because remember we had
there was a lot of cats who anyway.
Who said no? You look at him.
No, there were a lot of cats right now they would have moved different if I had moved different. There are a lot of cats who would have moved different if I had moved. Like I mean, it was a good position to be in.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I could have I've definitely looked at it like, let me get another chance and it's over, because I could have done more with it.
Yeah.
It was a crazy energy.
That energy was hectic. We also us going to SA. Yeah. I remember one of the things. Remember when we had the meeting with the late great Gerald Foster, and just
see the late great HHP.
Yeah, and just how we sat down with Gerald. We sat down with Manifest as well. Yeah. Joby, of course, the guy. Yeah. But he the one thing that was said about you and I was like, this guy is great, incredible talent. Yeah. but they're so humble, eh?
Yeah.
We were like, wait, you guys want us to be like, no. They were like, yeah, they're confident, but then they were like mad at us for being humble.
Yeah, they wanted us to be cocky.
I was like, y'all niggas.
That's how everyone does down there, and I don't know, like,
Yeah.
like they don't respect your energy
If you're a good guy,
Yeah.
would show up.
No, like,
But then they just wanted you to be idiots.
yeah, they wanted you to be in character the whole, like,
Yeah, the whole time.
I guess that's just the vibe that they live in. But I mean, that's the energy that, I mean, that place was beautiful. Like, I really.
The energy was so dope because it's like the same thing that what I say when traveling to Kenya and Tanzania, because of how they move as an industry, because of the opportunities that they receive.
Yeah.
It's always like, yo, shoot, man, wait, what? Yeah. You know, like, I mean, as hardcore as a calligraph is, corporates are like, we want him. Here they're like, I don't know.
Make all your own moves out here for that.
Yeah.
Like,
but in
actually,
that,
we need to figure out, like, these cats here, man. It's like they want to wake up after the building is built.
Yeah.
God.
And say like, yo, man, oh my God, can I advertise and say I own it?
Yeah.
but then in making your own moves, some of the moves that you made, which were like very important to this hip hop shit. Some of the moves that you made were you and JT teaming up and creating Yego Nights. Yeah. Tell us about Yego Nights. How did you guys say, okay, let's do this?
Well, first and foremost, I was kicking it, like, I come back, right?
Yeah.
I'm at JT's, that's my boy. I'm there all day.
Yeah.
There's all these people on TV.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm meeting them all day.
All day.
You know what I'm saying? In one place.
Yes, at Yego.
At Yego, right?
That is true. Yego became a hub, huh?
It became and every guys who people would wonder about, they'd show up there.
Yeah.
Like everyone would show up there, you know?
Yeah.
No, it was you know what? JT's gonna have to take some whatever's for this, because Yego had a name that he could have done some stuff with.
Yeah.
In general, I'm just leave it at that. That's my brother.
Yeah.
But you know, so I was like, you know, in addition to all the big names that were coming through, there was a lot of talent that was coming through.
The younger guys, the Goodfellas.
The Goodfellas, the S Judges B was.
Is it?
Yeah, Shut It Down happened at.
Oh no!
With Code and what Shut It Down was recorded at
the remix, right?
Yeah. Well, they recorded the original there. Then he did the remix. Yeah.
Oh snap!
Like
I only thought we recorded the remix from there because I remember coming for the remix. Yeah.
Code
initially also recorded from there.
I believe so. Yeah. Because George definitely would come through Yego. I gotta cross check that stuff.
No, because I remember Code had the situation with Ngoni.
Anyway.
Yes, but
I met JT and Code. I mean, Code and George just be there a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, everyone was.
Everyone was there. We recorded a gang of stuff for Unique there.
I mean, you know, okay, Yego.
We recorded the FNL anthem there.
Yego was scary.
Produced and
when Yego stopped.
Yeah, a lot of pieces fell apart.
Yeah.
A lot of pieces fell apart.
Because when Yego was there, man, we were shaking things like
a lot of.
Because I feel like we were
because also
because then dancehall just woo.
Yeah. Also, it helped that Yego was here, and you walk across these two streets, and it's Hot 100. So you literally get your stuff, go to the radio stations, play, just do a whole day of driving to stations and getting your stuff played.
We didn't understand our responsibility because for me at the time, I didn't know what was happening. For me, I just wanted to see good music, good collaboration. So I'd be like, what kind of lineup would it be?
But why did you guys? How did you guys start the nights thing? Because I think
it's like I was like, yo, we have all this time, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not really seeing hip hop guys
on stages.
I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't know that these boys were choke holding moving in a certain way and chokeholding, which is what they were doing.
Yeah.
Which is understandable because they were trying to corner the market.
Yeah.
You know, because they were unified.
Yeah.
For me, I was just looking at it like, A, I want to see more hip hop on stages. B, I want people to realize that hip hop is a great live platform.
Yeah,
When you
yeah.
integrate it with different things, you know. And see, I just want a cool night. Like all
Yeah,
boys
our
hang out
nights.
we all hung out at Diego, which is great.
Yeah.
But it's like this.
Yeah, Diego was small. Yeah,
I mean,
Diego
we
was
can
small.
go hang out.
My
at a
damn
spot.
RAV4. I don't know how many
I don't
times.
know how we never did one at Machame.
Well, revamping.
No, seriously, man. Because for us, it's always been about like just figuring out the sport.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we are at Machame. Make sure y'all come through.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's go.
Yeah. So, so the thing was when we started doing them.
Yeah.
And
that situation, let me tell you that situation, it's like I remember we had conversations and we had this guy willing to sponsor, that guy willing to sponsor, that guy willing to sponsor, that guy willing to sponsor. And they're saying, hey, we want this. Oh, you guys do this like once a month? We want 6 months. We have a venue. We have all this. And I'm telling you, remember I would call you because the guys would say, hey, Mith, the guys you put us in touch with, there's, I don't know, but the money is here. And I'll call you, I'll be like, you guys don't want to sign this shit? Like, then I'll call JT and I'll be like, you guys, what the hell?
most of those things JT didn't even tell me about. Because if it had anything to do with something solid or concrete,
Yeah.
just backtrack away from that. Like, I remember.
I knew there was a problem when the venue would be packed, and the night hasn't started.
Yeah, man. There was
Yeah.
a lot of issues. It basically just became the situation of. I remember. No, this is the thing. Is for me. I remember JT told me flat out, I don't like the fame.
Yeah.
Because he had experienced it in Canada a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, and
You know,
said he didn't like what it
exposes.
paying attention. Yeah, like he didn't like everyone. Because I mean, you have to, as in Victory Music itself.
Yeah, no.
The concert,
Did he even come for the concert?
He did. He held me down. He was like, but I didn't see him till the show started. Like, I was freaking out.
No, you know what? Well, if it's that, I don't blame him because like the fame is like the fucking worst thing in the world. It's hectic.
It is. Me, I wanted
especially if you have your own demons that you have.
No, it's the worst.
You know, like I mean, I was talking Samurai.
I think he could have been a bit more open. I could have been a bit more cautious.
Yeah. Like, okay, you be there.
Talking to Samurai.
Stay there.
Yeah.
No, I was talking to Samurai earlier this year, and we're talking about the lockdown last year, the 3 months, where we're just like, you can't move, and he said one thing that stuck with me. He said, bro, last year, those 3 months, everyone was reintroduced to their demons. They were right there in front of you, looking at you like, what up, man? You had no escape. You had no escape. Like, you were right there. The guy was next to you in the bed looking at you like, yo. You know, so yeah, it's that type of thing. And fame is like so hectic because I need to talk to JC.
I mean, you know, I was really mad at him at the time. It's just truth of the matter is like he had some legitimate. I mean,
you faced it when you're going to Las Vegas and you're like, whoa,
exactly. And I think I wasn't as understanding because the train was
really moving fast.
Moving and
it was moving fast,
everyone was looking that direction, and I was like, we have everything.
Yeah,
you know, like on paper we had the studio, we had the creative mind, we had the network, we had the
we had kinetic with the muscle, the visibility
man. Like,
and everything.
We had.
Yeah.
And then that caused me to like start to slowly step away. And when I did, some people came in.
Yeah.
Some people came in, and for them, their agenda was different.
Yeah.
For them, they're an organization, and they were funding and they were helping. But for them, they it wasn't as much about the main. For us, the main cause was for me. When it was me, and then the main cause was the music. For them, the main cause was a message. So like there'd be agendas like, okay, like this one we need more females on roster, or
Yeah.
this one you get it. And at that point, I was starting to step away, so I couldn't even blame anybody for how that went. And it just did one or two more,
Died.
and it died. I mean, for me personally, because one thing I knew was it was called Diego Night, but JT didn't
Yeah.
touch it. He didn't want to touch it, like, and I mean, and I didn't know how to help him, like, and I didn't know how to help him, like, because I was seeing all the opportunity. I wasn't really looking at what we should be looking out for.
Yeah, our
we
guy.
were seeing everything we should be looking out for that got in the way of the opportunity. So yeah, like, I mean, we didn't even know it. At least I didn't know it then, but we still had some growing up to do.
Yeah.
Because if the real thing had hit us then, like, it might have been
a little too hectic. Yeah.
But I mean, also because of that, man, the way hip hop got snuffed out on the mainstream level was kind of crazy.
Yeah. So last year, 2020, like all of us were in the shits. The whole world, we were all in the shits. We were all in it. But then you and so I mean now, I'm tying all this together.
Yeah.
Victory Music. Then you. I mean that whole thing ends.
Yeah.
Kinetic moves on. Yeah. Cedric has other dreams. So you and Josh SB, it's not a bad thing because you and Josh SB link up and you and Josh SB link up and you guys create this movement. But last year, like the year before, you had released Voice of My Father. 2 years before, at the start of the year actually. But last year, you guys were like, forget it. Let's get into the shit. And the moment they allowed us out, you create these platforms. Well, we saw bits of it the other year, 2019, with the Rue Hangout. There was the series, the web series. Yes, it was called Pesa. Yes, exactly. So you guys were trying little things. But then when you got the online performances, like I felt like, okay, you guys have figured this out. Tell me about those. How do those come about? What are you guys trying to push in this moment? What was the agenda?
Ruyonga Live, for me, just felt like a controlled.
Good night.
That's what, because for me, the thing is, I'm always about, guys don't know how UG gets there. Guys don't know. Like, and they don't even know it about their own people, because most of the people who give those opportunities, they want a specific thing.
Yes.
Like, as in, and I don't mean that, like, it's not
say
even
it, talk that talk.
What I'm going to say is this: people don't really see the artist for the artist. Like, me and, like, the thing that we have in common is, if we rock with you, me and Josh, we want to show people what you can do. We don't want you to fit into our little plan.
No. We're doing this. What do you want?
So because of that, when I first did the first Ruyonga Live, I was like, it was like, I'm Ruyonga, I have to solidify this thing. So I held it down solo. But even then, I already was trying to let people know what Star can do and what Felicity can do. And
that Star girl is...
She's crazy, man. She's on a joint that's coming out. What?
No. I saw it. I was like, I mean, we already know where Felicity is going and gone. But I was like, oh, okay.
Star is
that was it. That was the thing about it. I was looking. I was like, okay.
March, man, and there's something in the works right now that's really gonna be a good look.
That's dope.
That's really gonna be a good look. So once we did the first one, then I was like, now I want to show people what I've always been about. It's always been about, like, when I collaborate, it's a collaboration. So when I reached out to Beanie and he said yes.
No, didn't you do 2 solo? You had you did 2 solo. You had the first. You had Joseph Sachs. Isn't it?
That was the first one. There were 3, man.
Oh, okay, snap.
I know.
Yeah, no, I was a fan of it.
Yeah.
I was a fan of this shit.
No, man, like, here's the thing.
I was mad when the internet was tripping. I'd be calling you like, eh.
I know.
I was blaming you for the internet.
Because I got to let everyone shine. Like, like even when the music, if we did a track and we're gonna have them on it was tailored towards them. And for me, the thing that really made it like a stone, like that foundation stone for me was Cindy, because I felt like I got to tell her story.
How the hell? I mean, Cindy's the coolest.
Yeah.
Cindy is the coolest. But how the hell do you call her? How does that connection come about?
I mean, we've always had mutual respect.
Yeah, yeah.
And so the sad thing was, I reached out to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. We didn't connect because I was like, I can only come on after the album is done.
Yes, I do.
Because
yours I knew.
My team was like, you're not performing anything.
Yours I knew. But nobody was trying to rock with me.
Yeah.
And which made it sad because I didn't want Mick Cindy to fight.
Yeah. You want to close maybe the 5th when you're shutting shit down like completely.
I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
When nobody, like none of some people said no, I was like, okay. The thing is, the way we're going to do scenes, it's going to make it hard to do it after.
Yeah.
Still kind of just now, I can't really go from.
Yeah.
Oh, still, man, like,
yeah.
She showed up, like, in ways
She shut it down.
She shut it down, you know, and for me, I was like, look, at least I'm letting you people see, like, this is what we're about.
Yeah.
We're about, I'm a hip-hop head. I always want to put hip-hop front and center. And UG has the best hip-hop in the world.
Yeah.
Anyone who disagrees can come down here, bring their people, we can find out, you know?
Anytime, I think...
Anytime from across the border over here in Kenya, Tanzania, I'll say it right now, like, mutual respect, whatever, you bring your people and I just bring them, like, that's straight up, like, I'm not even gonna play with that.
The funny thing is I keep saying this because and people are just like, oh, you're biased, you even called Mr. TheSoUg. I'm like, listen, I listen to music without having a bias to it. I just listen to music I'm a fan of. There's some people you listen to and you're like, fuck, right? Really dope. Yeah. There's some people you listen to and you're like, yeah, good. Yeah. There's some people you listen to and you're like, whatever. Right?
Because you have the best presented hip-hop in the world?
No.
And that's our fault. But if you guys going to be like a stage, like we're going to be on a stage,
on a stage, on a track.
On a track.
On a whatever, yeah.
You don't want to do that. But I mean, like, I stand by that. Like, so I'm always going to frontline that. But also, UG has the best music. And I put that up against just about anybody. Like, it saddens me when some of the guys I see start out and they deviate for funny reasons. Like, a guy comes out and you're like, this one's gonna end everything.
Yeah.
Then someone shows up and maybe they get this idea, or someone comes with an opportunity, but they deviate them this way. And I'm not gonna get into names.
Come on, man.
Nah.
Why are we being politically correct on my podcast?
Not that I'd be scared or anything, but this is the brother who asked Code 2 questions. And hey!
Listen. But the thing is that I know you want the action. I know you want beef. Yeah, that's the thing about this guy. He's trying to pretend, but I know he wants beef.
I like beef. I'm not really in that zone right now. We can go. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can go, but just not for stupidity's sake, just to do it.
Okay.
But, I mean, no, man. Like, to be honest, like, there's so many artists who just...
Yeah.
So it's even beyond just trying to criticize. Like, my heart breaks for what some people are doing that I see is going a certain way.
Yeah. Veers off there.
Veers off, and I'm like,
yeah.
It is what it is. So for me, I'm like, man, I'm here for this culture. Like, I'm here, like, before I'm done, I'm going to do some things that will show people that for me, I've always been about highlighting.
What are you guys, and you have to answer this question. Right. What are you guys doing with you? I can't talk about, like, with Felicity Star and everyone because I know you're going to be vague. What are you doing with you? What is the Ruyonga fan? What is the hip hop fan? What is the guy who was taking what you just said as a challenge? What can they look out for? What are you bringing?
My next album's called Cabaret.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's gonna have a plethora of joints. one of the next joints. There's a joint coming out either end of this week or beginning of next week. And the joint after that is a collaboration with the greatest band in this region.
Afrigo.
So we're gonna come through. You know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace, Sammy Kasule. Rest in peace.
But we're gonna come through with some stuff that at least like won't just be like, hey, Kim, did this thing stop?
Yeah.
You know? So definitely for me right now, I'm in a place where anybody who knows me should be excited because I'm definitely bringing. I'm definitely in that place where it's like, you know, when there's a place I get to where we do stuff and everybody's like, yes. You know, that's the place I'm in right now. So
that's a great place.
You know
bro,
last
year,
man.
Like
you destroyed me because
I'm ready to. I'm even going. I'm still going.
You should have put the project out, then put the cipher joint out. Because you put the cipher joint out. I mean, I love the project. Ask me my best song on the project. I'll come back to a song. Anyway.
No, but you see,
because I'm ahead, of course.
The cipher. The thing about the cipher was like it wasn't produced by Cause. It's Dag Mizzle. So the only like the album is 100% Cause. Yeah. So that was the thing, and I was like, yo, I was like losing my mind on that thing. Yeah. I mean, you're in lockdown. What are you going to do but rate?
For me, that was I felt like that one was for.
Yeah. There's more of those coming. Yeah, there's more of those coming.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely in a place where I feel that thing of, you know, I'm going to put some music out where like just so it's clear you can't.
Yeah.
I've been previewing. There's a jam I've been previewing just for a fun jam called Katrina No Joe. Everybody's like asking for it and looking for it and stuff.
Which one?
It's a song. I've done it on DBS.
Yes. Which one? Which is it?
Like Katrina No Joe.
Yes.
Guys love that. So that'd probably be.
You said Katrina, bruh. I hope it's not the Katrina I know.
That was for us. We just like Katrina. Like it's just a fun joint, you know, like, because also I was just speaking to a lot of guys I was having conversations with at the time were like, yo, how's everyone in lockdown? And these people are on IG on the way to the airport.
So it's definitely the Katrina I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's not directly that, but I'm in a place where I'm having fun, man, and I want to speak for people.
Yeah.
I myself at the same time, because that conversation was awesome. That conversation was, but it's not, I mean, you take it how you feel. But
yeah. Are you still born again?
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Okay.
You know,
I have to ask the man.
Just a soul away, you know. Like for me, that'll never change. But that question is always gonna come up.
Yeah, cause I remember we used to have that conversation where they would be like, gospel rapper, and you're like, I'm a rapper who's born again. Because
me, I'll do a whole project that will go like this.
Yeah.
The whole project will go like this and have 2 songs that are gospel.
Yeah,
then I'll do a project like, what's my father? That whole thing goes like that. It's like me, I'm an artist. Where I am.
Where the head is. Yeah, that's true.
Where I'm going to go.
That's why I had to ask that.
I never hesitate. I won't be here for one for Jesus Christ. Like, there's no doubt.
Voice of My Father. Yeah. There was some hectic songs in there. I remember there was like, we talked about it. The hand of God.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that one, I did that one for the head.
Yeah, that was a little too hectic.
Yeah, it was a
enjoy that project.
Bat swinging that one was for the head.
And you recorded it in 2 days?
Recorded it
in a day?
Short. It wasn't long.
Because like the production was there, but I think
it was a couple of days at most, man. It didn't take long at all, man. I was in the zone. It took me like, I remember I went to see Sam like a couple of days. It was done.
Yeah, because I remember Sam was like, "This guy's finished in a day." I was like,
I went. I just lined them up, took them to Sam. Then I left Sam to finish. To like, man, I was in a place where I was
that was so hectic.
Yeah.
But then, quickly, so Voice of My Father has we talked about this back in the day. The Voice of My Father was like you talking about your father.
Yeah, I was talking about fatherhood in general. It's like my father,
like
God,
triple entendre there.
Prophet, like all that, like fatherhood in general.
Your father, God, you as a father, and obviously prophet.
Yeah.
When people talk about the prophet, and you say Voice of My Father, and there's all this controversy, what does the artist Ruyonga want to do? Number one. Number two, what does Edwin want to do?
I want to bring the best foot forward.
No. When you hear these talks.
When I hear those talks.
Yeah.
No, man, like, we've gone to the point where it's past really, like, it's not new. Like, we're not gonna, it's not good, like, oh my God, how dare you. Like, we're kind of past that. It's like, there's gonna be people that actually give him a chance on their own merit. And there's actually people who just based off of some random thing they had, that is the worst person in the world, the devil is what. And I'm like, I mean, I can't do anything for someone who deliberately wants to not give you. You know, there are two types of people who approach a situation. The people who approach a situation with the possibility that it could be okay. Then there's people who approach with the possibility that it's not okay. Like those ones have already made up their mind and just pretending, you know. So
like, that's great.
So that's I'm like, yeah, that's cool. That's do you. So for me, I actually have a responsibility to be calm and just present everything as best I can, because that's what he does. No matter who hates him, no matter who has beef. There are people, as in, just at his birthday, and all these guys came through. That usual, and the guy even says it in the speech.
But did they come through?
No, here's the
it was
thing.
Because he threw a party in lockdown and down.
Yeah, but he knows who they are and he showed them like you get like he knows who. Ibra, Isma, those boys. They showed like they invited them, they came, he saw them in person, he showed them love, like he made sure that all of them were like, man. Because that's how a guy is. He doesn't. So you have an opportunity to make up your own mind. Like, I'm not going to make it up for.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
You know, like, but I think you should give him a chance. This is awesome. Like that's. What I think.
And then how is fatherhood?
Fatherhood it's a journey, man.
Yeah.
It's kept me real focused because right now I gotta make that move. Lockdown has been. Hey.
Yeah.
You know, like right now for me, I will not lie to you. Like, the emotion is always there for my kids. Yeah. But my first thought is provision. Like,
yeah.
So like I'm like, if I love you from afar, sometimes it's only because I'm situating something. But I'm always like, I always check. Those are my babies, man. I love them to death. Everything I do for them. Like I'm not responsible as much for any other person on this planet like I am for them. That one's on my head. So that's my constant focus. Completely. And also it's a beautiful thing. Like it will stretch everything you know about yourself in a good way.
Dope.
Yeah.
Kabalega when?
Kabalega as soon as possible, man. Yeah. Kabalega is coming.
TheSoUgPodcast.
Yeah.
Mith, peace. We out.